It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
From the world's biggest pop star to the internet's favorite punchline. But behind the memes and headlines, Justin Bieber is fighting for his life and his soul. Forget what you've heard. The real Justin Bieber isn't in the headlines. He's in the struggle you've never seen. And it all leads to one album, Swag. In 2008, a 13-year-old from Stratford, Ontario sang So Sick on the steps of the Avon Theatre. His mother uploaded the video to YouTube so family could see it. Within weeks, talent manager Scooter Braun discovered him and flew him to Atlanta. He met Usher, signed record deals, and became an instant global phenomenon. Baby topped charts worldwide. Concerts sold out in minutes. Justin Bieber was crowned the new Prince of Pop. But behind the headlines, control shifted away from him. At 14, his teenage years became public property. Paparazzi followed him everywhere. Every mood swing, every awkward moment was broadcast for profit. Talk show hosts made him the punchline. Industry figures blurred boundaries and treated him as a commodity. From the start, his life was engineered for maximum exposure, not his growth as a person. The machine had found its next star, and it would not let go. By 2020, Justin Bieber had generated nearly $1 billion in revenue. On the surface, he was secure. Platinum albums, sold-out tours, a fortune in the hundreds of millions. In reality, he was in financial trouble. Industry contracts worked against him. Advances were loans, not gifts. Cross-collateralization tied the debt of one album to the next. Profits were siphoned off through management fees and commissions. Despite massive earnings, most of his wealth was locked in illiquid investments. In 2022, sources said he was so short on cash, he borrowed a friend's credit card to play golf. Health problems followed. In June 2022, he revealed Ramsay Hunt syndrome, half his face paralyzed. His team allegedly pressured him to keep touring. When he canceled, he owed $26 million to the promoter. Scooter Braun's company covered the debt, but locked him into a 10-year repayment plan. The cracks were visible. Justin was still delivering hits, but behind the stage lights, his health, independence, and finances were collapsing at the same time. By 2024, Justin Bieber's private struggles had become public spectacle.
I don't know who the paying you to provoke me, but I'm not the one. Okay? Stop provoking me and
Debt disputes with Scooter Braun spilled into the media. An independent audit confirmed he owed Braun $8.8 million in unpaid commissions. His former manager's exit ended a decade-long partnership, but not the tension. His social media presence turned erratic. Distorted face filters, high-pitched rambling videos, and cryptic religious messages. At Coachella, he appeared dazed and unsteady. He admitted to alcohol abuse and pill dependency just to start the day. In public, his temper flared. In Malibu, he confronted paparazzi, shouting about boundaries and fatherhood. Instead of sympathy, the footage became a meme.
At the beach! You know what I'm saying? You don't think I'm a real guy, do you? You're gonna take this video out of context, you're gonna say I'm mad.
On Instagram, provocative photos, wearing only underwear and combat boots, drew more ridicule than praise. What the world saw as bizarre behavior was, in reality, a man unraveling under years of pressure, debt, and exploitation. But the headlines only amplified the image of a star in freefall. In July 2025, Justin Bieber released Swag, his first album in 4 years. The cover showed him with his 1-year-old son, Jack Blues, a deliberate shift from spectacle to intimacy. The release came days after he cleared over $30 million in debt, helped by Hailey Bieber's billion-dollar sale of her cosmetics brand. The music was raw and unfiltered. In therapy session, he addressed his public image directly, speaking about the weight of constant judgment. In All I Can Take, he revealed how intimacy became his only escape from the chaos. Daisies explored love, insecurity, and commitment, stripping away the polished pop persona. The album was not a chart-dominating return to his peak. It was a personal statement. Years of pain, betrayal, and public breakdowns were distilled into songs that refused to hide the scars. For the first time in years, Justin Bieber was telling his own story. Without managers, without handlers, and without the machine's filter. Swag was praised for its honesty, but it didn't erase the doubts. Some critics called it a mature evolution. Others saw it as a farewell. The sound of an artist closing a chapter. The album's timing reignited rumors about his marriage. For months, online speculation claimed Justin and Hailey were on the verge of separation. Swag addressed love and struggle, but never directly silenced the gossip. Even moments of affection between them were dissected as PR moves. Fans debated whether this was a comeback or a confession before retreat. His erratic past year, public outbursts, unpredictable social media posts, and the lingering image of a man in decline kept the question alive. Was Swag the start of a new era or the last chapter of one? In the court of public opinion, redemption is never guaranteed. For Justin Bieber, the fight wasn't just to reclaim his career, it was to convince the world he still had one. The next season of his life will decide if Swag is remembered as a turning point or an epilogue. Will Justin find stability and create on his own terms, or will the industry and the audience demand another cycle of pain for profit? The cameras will keep rolling, the headlines will keep coming, and somewhere between the noise and the music, Justin Bieber will decide how his story ends. If you think you know Justin Bieber's story, you've only heard the parts they wanted you to hear. We uncover the rise, the fall, and everything the headlines won't tell you. Subscribe to Tales Script for the real stories behind the world's biggest names, told without filters, without flattery, and without fear.